There's a moment in the Garden of Gethsemane that too many pass by with barely a pause. A moment where something otherworldly happened, so subtle it's often overlooked, yet so supernatural it leaves us breathless if we dare to linger. It's dark. The trees whisper with night wind. Torches flicker in the distance. Shadows moving with intent. A mob approaches, armed and led by Roman soldiers, the finest of the empire. Men who'd faced death, men who don't fall. And at the front of it all stands a carpenter. No sword, no shield, no legion, just presence. They come for him. Jesus steps forward. Whom do you seek? He asks. Jesus of Nazareth, they reply. Then 3 words, soft, measured, eternal. I am he. And in that instance, they fall. Backwards, weapons clatter, torches drop. Like puppets with their strings cut, they collapse to the dirt. No command shouted, no angel summoned, no miracle visible. Just the power of identity revealed. And for a brief flash, he let the veil slip. What happened? Why would warriors fall when a supposed prisoner simply speaks? Because it wasn't just a man answering. It was the Word made flesh, echoing the voice of the one that once said to Moses at the burning bush, I am. Ego eimi, not merely I am he, but I am the name of God. It was power wrapped in humility, eternity pulsing through syllables. They weren't falling out of confusion. They weren't pushed. They were overwhelmed by the undeniable force of raw truth. This was not a Nazarene carpenter. This was the same one who spoke light into being, who thundered on Mount Sinai, who rides on clouds, and yet here he stood, allowing himself to be arrested. And don't miss that, because in the next breath, they rise and proceed to bind him. Now, these are the same men who couldn't stay on their feet, and now they believe they've got him under control. But Jesus doesn't run. He doesn't resist, because he's not the prisoner. They are. He's not being taken. He's guiding the moment. You're only holding me, he's saying between the lines, because I'm letting you. Now pause. Let that settle into your soul. How many times in your life have you thought darkness had you bound? How many times did you think the enemy was winning, only to realize later that God was letting the story unfold for a higher glory? He was never out of control. He was never cornered, and neither are you if he is in you. The same voice that knocked trained soldiers to the ground is still speaking today. And when he says, I am, your fear must fall. Your shame must fall. Your doubts, chains, strongholds fall. Not because you have the strength, but because He's still in control. Even in your darkest garden, even when the mob is closing in, even when it looks like you're losing. So, why did the soldiers fall? Because for one breath in time, the Lion of Judah growled softly behind the face of a lamb, and even the earth remembered its Creator's voice. The real mystery isn't why they fell, it's why we don't. Why we don't fall in awe. Why we don't fall in surrender. Why we don't fall on our knees and say, "You are He, the great I am." He still whispers it today. Are you listening? And more importantly, will you fall to your knees, not in fear, but in wonder and prayer? God bless you, my friends.